Let's just pray to goodness that this works. Let's just wish that it does what I want it to be. Let's see. Can it be what it can see? Okay. I think we're good. There we go. Okay. Back to coins. Think.
A Stars Ryko, one of the
Stars Ryko.
finest Zhimsk-made motor carriages ever. An oldie, but a goldie.
Who drives these?
Not many people outside of Grad, and Revachol West too, it appears.
Kim, check this out.
A Stash Raiko KK2. That's a classic model. Never thought I'd see another one repainted after what happened last time.
Hold on. Maybe I can impress him. Do I know what happened last time?
No, only that the motor carriage is typically baby blue, the colors of Sigismund the Great, an ancient Zhimsk ruler. His banners were famously zephyr and white, the colors of the Stars Ryko.
Let me guess what happened last time. Okay. Yeah. Is it working better this time? Because now I can talk to you. Because the thing is, whenever you would type something, I'd say something about it immediately. Yeah, it went pretty good. The thing is, yeah, you watched yesterday, and yesterday was the first time I got to it, but I didn't stream last night. Yeah, well, it's just because it lowers the quality by like 7 to 720, which is not bad. But whenever I'm at normal latency, it's like 30 seconds or like 15 seconds, so it's pretty nasty. But now we're back to it. Let me guess what happened last time. Blue and white are the colors of Zizmisk. I'm so sorry, he just said it. Someone painted it, got a Zizmk mad, and boom, murder happened.
That's, well, yes,
Hell
exactly it, more or less. Except it was a crowd of them. Tore him out of the vehicle and ran him over with his own tires.
Great.
They said it was an honor killing, Hussar style. The James community protested the trial, flying the colors. 5,000 came to protest.
Interesting.
Correction, 4,395.
Wow.
The fourth largest public protest of a criminal trial in Revachol.
I'm not going to correct. Who are the Zizmisk community?
People we are paid to protect. Let's leave it at that.
What they sentence the killers to?
4 years for murder in Reunion. The perps were remorseful. Their sorry knocked 8 years off the sentence. That's the system.
Damn.
The prisons in the greater Revachol Industrial Harbor are already full. Prisoners are expensive to maintain. The longer the sentence, the larger the cost.
Kim, could our hanged man have been the driver of this car?
I tried to avoid drawing far-gone conclusions like this before actually examining the body, but my initial guess is the two are unrelated.
Interesting. Interesting. I didn't read that. But before we proceed, I've got an opinion on this paint job.
Yes, detective?
I think it looks better. They should. But freedom of expression.
Okay. I'm not going to honor kill anyone over this, but I've seen it blue and white. It's much better that way.
Okay. It's just what they're talking about, right? Ooh. I want to talk to this guy again. He was pretty smart.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Empathy. I gotta get empathy for him. Greenhouse.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
We need directions.
Since the street sign's messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Where am I?
What do you mean?
I'm a bit disoriented. This is Revachol, right?
Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
Okay.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
He seems uncomfortable. Well, buddy, I had some kind of episode. What's up in the north?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really.
Okay.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Can I press her?
Excuse me? Oh,
Fuck the police.
well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
All right, give me to startle you.
Okay.
Gotta run. She knows she would say anything. She does not. Where do I sell the bottles to? Trash. I always love looking for good trash. Wow. So good.
Whoa. What have we here?
A bridge?
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Kim, it looks like we have a construction code violation.
Sure. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Revachol looks better, though.
But Lieutenant, think about the splinters.
The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about. Shall we?
What? What? That was terrifying. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to our approach. Boat? A belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. Anyone here? Whoa.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
I'm not going to concept anything yet. Do I get stuff from the plastic bottles? Magnesium! Thank goodness. I made it around back! I made it around back! This is where I need to be. I'm so happy. I'm not gonna talk to her yet. I feel like she's gonna get mad. Accuse me of raping her or something. Garden hose won't be of use. Chairs and tables eaten by rain and rot. Balcony with a view to the yard and the hanging. Somebody up there probably saw something.
Can't get involved in this.
Greenhouse. This door. Orange bum hat. Health. Let me look at my hat that I have. My hat's pretty good, right? +1 encyclopedia. I'm gonna keep that one on all the time because encyclopedia is really good. But a bum hat. Reaction speed. If I ever, so when I'm about to talk to people, or if I'm gonna get into something, I can put these on. Physical instrument. I really have no use for this one. Because the patrol cloak is just better. But this is my physical kit. Oh yeah, right. Because I also have... They dropped my drama. I guess you just have to build whatever you think is best in the moment, and then if you really need something, you can fix it. If you get a second chance. Another splattering of blows.
This must be it. The basement door is weather-worn. The copper nails holding the upholstery in place have turned green from sea air, and there's a knocker shaped like a lion's head.
Press my ear against the door.
The leather upholstery is worn and rough against your jaw. You don't hear any movement. In fact, it's oddly silent in the yard around you. No birds chirp.
I'm just gonna do exactly what he said. Unlock it and walk.
You try to be as silent as you can. It takes a bit of rattling of the handle to loosen the bolt. Finally, the door unlocks with a small clack. Thoughts race through your head. There's nothing else to do than to leave and tell Everard. No conceivable reason for you to intrude on the premises. There might be important information in the apartment. I mean, there might.
I'm just looking for my gun. It's nearby. My gun might be here. Disinfectant. Lives here, admires fair-haired fantasy heroes with big muscles. Feel the warmth of the red sun on the flag.
This is the flag of Revachol, the suzerainty.
What's with the sun?
This isn't just one sun, but there are little suns dancing around the big sun. This is the sevenfold sun miracle.
What is the sevenfold sun miracle?
It's an optical atmospheric anomaly the first settlers saw. Happens in cold weather. 6 small suns around the big one. This complex halo phenomena is how old Revachol got its flag.
I'm gonna bow to the flag.
The lieutenant does not bow to the flag. It accepts your salute with quiet dignity.
Cool. Now I know the history of the flag. What's this? Book titled The Hidden World of Walking Sticks. Mine's open. Small suitcase. I wouldn't do this in real life. Oh my gosh, a shirt with logic. What's my shirt now? Conceptualization. Logic. I mean, that's good.
A row of mugs sits on the shelf. Each one depicts a human figure. A dark-skinned woman grinning amidst mysterious symbols. A broad-shouldered man shoveling
I'm so happy I came
potatoes,
inside.
and others. A little ring. Though cheerful, the images on the ceramic make you vaguely uncomfortable.
What?
There's something disdainful in the way the curves and lines of the bodies were drawn.
What do you mean uncomfortable?
It looks like the artist is celebrating diversity, but underneath, he's just making fun of these people.
I don't see these as stereotypes. I don't actually think that, but I think he thinks that.
Of course, you slippery bastard.
Fuck.
The lieutenant picks up one of the mugs, then puts it back down with a look of disdain.
I'm beginning to feel better about breaking into this man's apartment.
Whip out my yellow man mug and compare.
Yes, your broken mug friend would feel very much at home here. The same humor, the same mocking lines.
Isn't it the same fucking mug, or am I just dumb?
There's the missing tin soldier. Whoever lives here might have used the Whirling's container to dump his trash. And now they've drawn the ire of the Union. The plot thickens, as they say.
We got rewarded.
An interesting little clue. Let's see where this goes. Clues have a way of magically connecting to other clues down the road.
You really think it's the same person who put the dead man's clothes in the trash?
Who knows? I'm not expecting too much from this clothes in the trash lead either way. It might turn out to be some random local matter, but still, a nice coincidence.
You could ask Everard who this person is once you're done here.
Okay. And I believe that's it for us. Think. Smoker up there, yeah. Alright. I remember. I gotta level up. But I think I'm gonna do it. Advanced race theory. Maybe not. Because it does just benefit me. But it's all... Yeah, I did his whole thing. I talked to him, and I don't think he liked me very much, but he ended up just clicking the button once for me. That whole thing was a freaking journey. And I still remember all the bullshit about it. But it's not really worth it to unlearn it until I need the space, right? That's kind of what I think. Because it's just bonuses. So I'll throw it to something good. I'm sandwich. I love the... Like, he said it a few times. Argul, tomaco, and potato. And it's like, oh, you're just crazy about... That's the thing. What does he eat? Eat meat. It was fun because now that I have the race theory, you kind of open up some other dialogues, but I just don't like it as like an idea. I don't want it to be what Mr. Harry here. Also, I found out his name, Mr. Harry Dubois. Oh. Love and be loved by drugs. Electrochemistry. God. That's kind of fun to do. Like, I take my hit and then I'm... Yeah! Okay, so I can think up other stuff and mix them. That's good. Oh... I know I should throw some stuff into intellect, but I want to get a little thicker base, or should I reach a little bit higher? I've not put any point. I put 1 point in encyclopedia. Okay. Save on the intellect stuff, meaning I don't need to. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Thank you for convincing me otherwise, because I almost whipped for rhetoric. Motorics is also good, right? I should get like composure, but I really am looking at volition right now. Is it better to thicken the middle or to thicken the bottom, would you say? Or at least, because I bet there's ups and downs for both. But like, it... Okay. But like, going forward, is it better to be like a jack of all trades and try to get everything close in number? Or should it be good to have a little layer at the bottom and then focus your skills? Because I think the way this game's looking, you're gonna level up quite a few goddamn times. I'll go with foolish.
There must be another way into the building.
Was that insanely loud for anybody?
Yes?
Okay. That was oddly weird, but it works.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. His eyes have been following you for a while.
And it like touched his mouth.
Not looking for any trouble, officer.
He says in a quiet voice. Despite the cold, his shirt hangs unbuttoned on his frame. No trouble from me. I just want to know what's going on here.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Gendarmerie. Actually, the gendarmerie really needs to talk to you.
Is it really that important?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. He asks you, adjusting his shirt.
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
Interesting.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
Looks like you got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you?
Wait, is someone else investigating the lynching?
I'm gonna look at Kim.
No, not you two. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
The lieutenant takes out a little blue notebook and writes something down.
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He looks around the courtyard again. Old patio chairs and dead houseplants litter the scene.
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word?
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
Thank you, Kim.
I had a friend over.
What kind of friend?
It was my Sunday friend.
What's your friend's name? Did he see something?
He doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles.
Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Well, what a name.
That's definitely not his real name.
You're not actually called Martin Martinet, are you?
No, of course not. Could you please lower your voice?
Every sound captured and reflected back. Okay, talk
No.
to you later.
We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
Suggestion. If it's red, does it mean I only get one chance, so I should leave? Here's the thing. He doesn't say anything. I got another lead to talk to him before, so I'm going to try it.
Time to bring out your secret charm. Tears and begging. Show him your emotional side. Throw yourself before his very feet like a dog.
What do you want from me? You want me to cry, huh?
No, for God's sake, I don't want you to cry. Listen, I really have to go.
With the flick of his wrist, he sends the extinguished cigarette sailing over the rail.
Good luck with the investigation.
No! Damn.
He's gone.
We should run after him. See where he went.
No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
Should we just give up?
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our case.
Agreed.
There has to be a way of getting inside the building. Once we found a way in, we can ask around for his apartment.
Alright, let's do that. The curtain shifts just a little. Someone is watching from within. Interesting. I'll talk to this bitch.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my
I told you
sleep?
she'd accuse me of stuff.
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back. Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Logic error?
Pigs come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
I'm sorry for sneaking. Oh, why would you even say that?
Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to scare me, pig. Not a good
Was she
idea
gonna stab me or
at all.
something? I still need to get close to the body somehow. That's composition, right? I need, oh, wow, there's stuff here. Give me. Rue de Saint-Ghislain. Roundabout north. And Cape Side Apartments. Trash. I have just the thing. Perfect. Suggestion. Suggestion -1 half-light. Suggestion.
Look at
I
me
get
when I'm
-1
talking to
suggestion
you.
from that shirt. I'm gonna put my logic shirt on. Okay, but I got a suggestion jacket. That has to be good. There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint?
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue d'Esperance.
Rue d'Esperance.
You wait and see.
Stairs of the sailboat by the pier.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
To use a tone with me, I'm the law. No, we just want to know your name. No need to get defensive.
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't win with you pigs.
Despite the sass, she puts the brush aside.
A brush? An artist? The red splatter is urban expressionism.
Interesting. What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit.
That's impressive.
I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So, you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so...
Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium.
Damn, that's so true.
I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I got an opinion on this. You want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
You keep looking off to the side. What are you looking at?
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms.
She nods disdainfully toward the woman performing maintenance on the boat docked next to the pier.
Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershock.
Okay.
Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
Who is she?
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions, you know? Do your thing. Don't be afraid to get a bit wacky.
My thing.
Throwing her off.
My
is our best
thing.
bet.
I'll do my thing.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit
Okay,
up good.
I'll go talk
and
to her
pound
first,
that boat while you're
and
at
then
it.
I'm gonna
I'd like
come
to watch
back
her swim
and
back
I'll,
to us on.
I'll ask her. And
Watch
maybe
your
she'll be
back,
nicer.
ungulate.
How
You've
does
got
that sound? Let's just. The frame of a motorcycle and repair and the tools used to disassemble it. I want to go in there.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
No!
This could be a way into the apartment building the smoking man vanished into.
I'm not gonna knock yet. It's getting kind of late. Docking reserved for residents of Ruby Lane, Peace Lane, 33A. Magnesium. Okay, let's get on this boat. Let's do our thing. The room in the whirling isn't much bigger than the sloop. This is worth more than you'll ever earn.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce.
She extends her hand in greeting.
Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbor. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the railing.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
Interesting.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will. Gladly.
That is good to hear, madame.
Here
My
was his
colleague
notebook.
will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Thanks for throwing me under the bus there, Kim.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. This is a tactic. It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
Let's get this done.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines Group.
You're on a boat.
Why, yes I am.
Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
Okay, but what kind of boat is it?
It's a pleasure craft, a 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's
like it a
hips,
lot.
baby.
It's the eel sips.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Not a lot of people are on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around?
Wait. We're on an archipelago?
Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Caillou, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the fourth largest island in the world. It is
Boom.
not an archipelago.
Wait, I thought Lake Caillou was one big island.
Okay, if you want to get technical. The point is, we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another. Especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike.
That's kind of cool, though. Like, the only time I would ever own a boat is if I could use it as my daily driver in an archipelago, like, island area. Because owning a boat so you can take it out 3 times a year, if you make your life about driving it to a lake or whatever, that doesn't seem like still worthwhile. Like, it's such an expense. It's more as expensive, if not more expensive, than a car. So using it less makes no sense. But if you were using it, and the great thing about a boat like that is there's one motor part, one engine, and it's just right there, and you can take it off. It's not like a car that's like everything needs to be. I guess in the car the engine is still the biggest thing, but it's much easier to move a boat in water than it is to move a car on land. Anyways, still, I haven't seen anyone else sail a boat around here.
I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Damn.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle.
Boom.
It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Bam.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
Okay.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Why?
Why what? Stop thinking. Take her down.
Well, it'll come off like I'm envious, and I'm not.
You're not? Okay then. Just keep on admiring the boat then, unburdened by envy.
You have a license for this boat?
Officer, I assure you I'm a highly qualified pleasure craft operator.
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Her nonchalance might be related to something called the Wayfarer Act.
Smart.
A law that says she doesn't need a license. Sly Fox, you're not aggressive enough to harass her further on this.
Dang. Okay, I got a handle on this whole boat thing.
Good.
You seem rich. Can I have some money?
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it?
Fuck. Why not?
Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub.
What nice fabrics.
Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplicity, a silk shirt and matching scarf around her gentle throat, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities.
Yes.
These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything is possible, within reason.
Uh-huh, so?
Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
Ashamed? I'm not ashamed. What is this feeling? I'm a goddamn working man. I'm not ashamed to shake this leech for some dough.
You think your little communism protects you from this feeling? No. The more
This is the only
demeaning
person I wasn't
it is
asking
to
other people
grovel
for
at
money
her
because they
feet.
didn't have money to give me.
As I was saying, If there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Indirect taxation. What can you tell me about the lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Okay.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois.
Dubois!
I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My fucking lost badge may be related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, the city, none.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
True.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that
Fuck
badge.
you.
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
I have suggestion. I'll find it somehow. I'm gonna talk about something else until I do.
Of course. But before we do, officers, let me be perfectly clear. The situation is extremely volatile. The sooner we can speak about this lynching business, the better for all of us.
Alright, thank you.
Of
I need
course,
volition
Detective.
and suggestion. Volition. Volition and suggestion. Does my one suggestion
You're
change
back.
anything?
Good. What can I help you with? I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care
Let's
of
do
formal
this.
protocol.
She's in the
Boom!
Just float a favor at her. Insinuates.
Surely there's some other way we can demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
I'll give her my jacket.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
Goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
Okay.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones. Or you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
I agree.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us a moment.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice is hushed. How did you hope it would go?
Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance and, not volunteer us to be her henchman.
Really? I thought it was going well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
The company must have ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition.
I wouldn't go that far. Her reaction did come off as sincere to me. I think she's just quick to adapt. She's a professional, after all.
What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we're siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay, let's get back to her then. I like it.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, tell me about the alleged drug trafficking.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samaran Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
You're saying that the materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Okay.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Okay, and you want us to investigate?
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrat and the Dock Workers Union.
Obviously.
Still, every chain has its weak link.
She raises her bony finger.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed
I
to a
talked to a
network
guy.
of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at
I
that
talked to a
roundabout.
guy and he said he was carrying apples.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about.
I know exactly
One of them
who
might
that
be
is.
waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Perfect, I already know.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Alright, yeah, I've made up my mind.
Yes?
We're gonna do it.
Excellent. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I may be of assistance.
May I have some money? No. Okay, well, I know that I've literally seen the guy. Oh, my toothbrush. Looks like there was more construction here once, decades ago. Go this way.
A sturdy metal... This could be a way. The door rattles against your knuckles, but there's no response. The door rattles again, but...
Stop banging on the door! I'm not letting any more strangers inside.
This is the police. Open the door.
The police? Everyone knows the police don't come round here.
I need to talk to a young man in this building.
No, I already told you.
People
I
are
won't
coming in.
be responsible for any more strangers getting into the building. Go check the backyard door. Maybe someone there will.
Backyard door. With the smoker. You already were there.
Kim, tell her
Isn't
we're
true.
real policemen.
Madame, I assure you, we are real police officers.
There is no reply.
Hey,
Just
you there?
faint
Check the
swooping
backyard, but we couldn't
sounds
get in that
inside.
way.
Good. We had enough problems with bums and drunks and thieves loitering in the hallway. You have no business here.
We are policemen!
You're well versed in the threatening legalese that implies criminal liability, but in fact has no meaning whatsoever.
Ma'am, your non-compliance is hindering a police matter. I may be forced to refer you for potential prosecution.
I know my rights, and don't you marm me, boy.
The voice snaps back.
But the sweeping on the other side has stopped.
Miss, would it help if we offer to show you our badges?
Ah, it's like a carrot to the stick, sort of.
Sort of.
Hold your horses.
It's always good when you... Well, the thing is, I only really do it when it's over 50%, because if it's not, I get too scared.
I don't care about your stinking badge. Just come in.
She says with wheeze. Very nice. Let's go. Thanks, lady.
Give me a moment.
She seems to have difficulty breathing.
The cold never does any good for my bronchitis.
Are you alright? Should I call a doctor?
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm looking for a young male in his mid-20s. Dark hair, skinny build. Smoker on the balcony.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble. I just want to talk to him. You know where he lives?
Talk?
She starts laughing, turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to hold her breath.
What was so funny about that?
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Okay. I'm not gonna press her if I don't know what I'm looking for. Closed. Balcony. Check all this good stuff out. Thanks.
Ruination has come. The broken arches betray the once grand history of this building. It towered over the harbor until it happened.
Let me guess.
A great force from the northeast fired into the city. Heavy artillery shelled the coastline. Fired from the water. A straight shot into Revachol. The tenement acted as a defensive wall against the worst of the shelling until it was destroyed, and they had a direct firing line.
Look at the ruins in the water.
Those arches acted as support for something greater than what you see now. Only 3 stories stand where 9 to 12 once did.
Dang.
Restoration has failed. What the shelling took out was never rebuilt.
Taking the ocean.
The waves of the Martinez Inlet roll over the fallen remains of the building. The dark waters obscured the better part of the remains. What didn't fall into the ocean was used as scrap. What wasn't used as scrap was thrown into the ocean.
Who did this? This damage?
A fleet, the combined armies of Occident and Grad, with Mesk volunteers, a 5-nation army, hundreds of vessels.
Dang.
They massed airships further down in the Bay of Revachol. The artillery was so powerful. The ships not only required gyroscopic stabilization, they were anchored into the ocean floor as well. Many are still there to this day. If you squint, you can just barely see the shadow on the water, far in the northeast. Cannons still ready to placate Revachol.
Damn.
Coalition warship Archer can shoot 50 shells a minute on 20 co-aligned archers. They will reach the city in 58 seconds.
Kim, do you know who shelled our city?
The coalition. But that was a long time ago. I think we should move on. It's chilly up here.
Time to go. Talk to her face to face.
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves.
That's right.
But here you
We're
are.
evolved.
Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
She crosses her arms.
That smell coming from her paint bucket, it's not paint, it's heavy fuel oil. Red-dyed heavy fuel oil is only used in government vehicles, or at least that's the idea.
Is that government fuel oil?
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
Fumes are bad for you, okay?
Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage.
She stole our gas. Do you know anything about the murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Catch you later, Cindy. Catch you later, Cindy. That's right, I got her name. Ooh. He just walked through that door. Well. You ever seen that one before?
Yes?
Oh wow, that was wonderful. I'm so glad that Kim has phasing abilities, and he has just not told me about it. Someone's been sleeping here. Cindy, perhaps. 100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the gate. The rats of the city. Enough coal to last several winters. Smells of chemicals. Oh, jeans. Let's see. Electrochemistry. God ass. -1. Reaction speed. Reaction speed is not something good to just have. Or -1, I mean. It's good to have reaction speed. I'm not doing this one because it gives me a -1 to... I'm going to try to keep my yeah, because I feel like you should only use the negatives if you know you need the positive. Until then, really no point. But I do need to pop this open. Oh yeah. Oh, can I pop it open with this? This one. Okay. Let's go find our smoker. I'm surprised we were able to get in. She said room 23. Someone has torn down the wall. See, looks like winter cold and winter gray. Old grocery lists.
What happened here?
You can't foreclose an apartment with a hole in the wall.
It will still be accessible through the apartment next to it. That one didn't have a door. Sadly, nothing of great value remains here.
There's always a little something in the fridge.
Indeed.
Whoa! I'm more excited about the health. But, 20 cents ain't bad. Eight. 9. 5-pointed star. Oh.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers. The iconography of communism, in other words.
Inspect it.
The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution.
Interesting.
Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
Why is the star upside down?
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
And what is it evoking me?
Smug superiority, aesthetic musings. The triumph of capital is undeniable. But Maybe the guns were sort of cool. Revolutionaries had loads of guns.
Oh, stuff. Money. Stuff. Money! I walked past all this stuff. Money! Oh my gosh, I have 26 real. What? I'm basically rich. Laundry detergent. +1 logic, -1 authority. Well, I have logic glasses now. I need some just good glasses. Oh. Is this a good place for us to be? More money. Breaker box is full of cigarette butts. Oh yeah, this is it. Someone's growing rosemary, thyme, and a cactus. 29. Complete silence. Whoever is there is not home. Is not home. 30. Point dance track. Just a door. Nothing for you here right now. Touch this box. Uh-oh. Seems like it's time for crowbar. Too easy. Imagine playing this game without having gotten the crowbar. I guess Kim gives it to you for free. Boo! Boo! Is he at 29? He might have been 29.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Great.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Very good.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around, taking in the cold spring air.
We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Sounds good. Tomorrow, 9 p.m.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28. Good, let's go.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him.
I believe.
Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for today.
Okay. Okay, it's getting kind of late. Not late enough for me to go to bed, I don't think, but certainly late. I can sleep after night, it says after 9 p.m. Old shoe rack, singers like slippers. The shoes come in 3 different sizes. That means there's a family, right? Goodness. Magnesium. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm gonna have to sell that ASAP. Moss. Gross ass bathroom. But I'll take your money. I'm hoping I can do something with the alcohol and like throw it away or something. Let me see. I'm not even gonna grab it. I'm scared. Oh, that's right. I need to go. I was doing the drug investigation. Banged up and... Hey, what do I need to do with this guy?
Son, You've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition. Even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups.
Coach Physical Instrument? Does that mean you'll call me a maggot and Nancy boy to motivate me? No. Yes, sir! Forge me into organic steel, Coach!
It's going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when I'm done with you, boy, you will be a master
Let's
athlete.
do this, Coach! I'm with you!
Behold, world. Here walks a sportsman, hands choked and hair kept back with a bandana. The Homo Athleticus.
I like the ring of that. Let's think on that one ASAP. Let's think on that one as soon as I get another level up. Oh no. I gotta level some of myself up. Tire tracks leading to the roof. Rain is also washing off. The ancient fountain doesn't know anymore. There's a tree in it.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Kitsuragi. Okay, thank you. I had a logic moment there. Damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Good gosh. Some stuff over here. Plastic wrapped macaroni stamped with humanitarian aid. This says humanitarian aid tuna fish, not for resale.
There are clothes inside. Cheap second-hand clothes, smelling of strangers' body odors.
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Why does this doesn't make any sense? Why exactly does the economy need saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods just sitting there, not getting bought. We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
But I don't have children, I think.
Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the economy? Don't let me stop you. Open the box and browse a little.
You find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places. The box smells like cat piss or like an old person with no money.
Gross.
Economical, but also trendy. Look firsthand.
I got good
Buy
composure. Let's
secondhand.
do this shit.
Keep the
No good. All you can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs.
No luck? Why not take another look, officer?
Composure.
Keep some.
Keep peeking.
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra series.
I can see you with taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly
Perhaps.
sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's
That's what I
madness. Found ultra. We're the future.
Oh, no thanks. I don't really like this guy. I think I'll have to buy stuff.
There's a pile of cheap.
You like sunglasses, officer?
Rummage through the
These,
shades.
those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light
Yeah,
into
that's
your
so
pupils.
true.
A UV
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material,
Can
very
I
cool.
conceptualize?
UV resistant. These were...
No luck.
Come on.
All you find is this
At least all my
lime-colored
bad luck is
cellophane
coming out
visor
through this guy.
produced by a bargain sport.
Oh! That visor is perfect for you, officer. It definitely...
Hey, at least it might actually offer some protection against the sun. Not like those cheap plastic shades.
Kim, are firefights something we should be prepared for?
I hope not.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's
Plus
get you
one
some real
perception.
shades.
I'll leave it for now. Do I have a suggestion? I do have conceptualization. That will change it, right?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime.
Okay, I have
of...
to actually put points into it. That makes it scarier. Oh, sorry. I was stuck in some menu loop. Let me put this back on. Okay. I didn't like that. But there's something over here. Bottles. Oh man, I am poor. Hot air, sour, acidic, and strangely comforting. Gross. Electrochemistry. Fingerless gloves. Nice. Got my electrochemistry. Pawn shop. Water lock out of order until Wednesday, 7:15. Taking everything I can get my grimy little
A
hands
couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Okay, okay. How do I get this out?
A crumpled billboard reading, Samaran butter soaks in the canal. Two ugly lines mar the bright countenance of the blonde boy depicted. The sign
I'm just trying to
billboard
do
has
this
fallen
for
on the
XP,
waterlock,
right? That's all I'm
keeping
putting
it
it
open,
together for.
and thus out of order.
I'm gonna reconstruct.
Judging by the
That
size
is
of the
perfect.
impact and the parallel lines of burnt rubber, the cause was probably a motor vehicle.
Oh dang.
These look like the same tire tracks I saw earlier, in front of the whirling lines.
Look at the roof of the shack.
The black marks on the roof indicate that the vehicle vaulted from the crater to the roof of the shack.
Look at the crater.
Side slip marks indicated that the vehicle was traveling up the crater at 35 kilometers an hour.
Wow. Sloping of the roof panel.
The panel served as a takeoff ramp.
Broken posts.
The vehicle soared through the air, hitting the billboard and upsetting the posts. Then it continued its flight, taking the billboard with it.
Shine.
The sign broke the vehicle's fall into the canal. The Samaran butter billboard still looks freshly painted, suggesting it took the plunge recently.
How recently?
Within the past 72 hours.
Damn! And where'd it go?
Still speeding, the vehicle made a loop and vanished into the fog along the coast.
Gosh. What was the model of the phantom vehicle?
There are two good candidates, the Caprice 40 and the Linear G22.
What's a Capri 40?
It's about the right size, and the tire marks look like they came from the skinny tires frequently found on that motor carriage.
Okay.
The Caprice 40 is a very popular model, with bank clerks, topping pie delivery drivers, secondary school teachers, cops, strippers dressed as cops, undressed strippers.
And the Linnea G22?
Very sturdy but light motor carriage. More likely than most to survive that jump. The Linear G22 is not a particularly popular model due to its peculiar proportions, which the manufacturer's design team probably thought about for too long.
Okay, so what now?
You'd have to follow the tracks to be sure.
Blink.
The lieutenant looks on, waiting for you to wrap up your analysis.
Wait, what's up?
Any theories about what happened here?
Some top shelf shenanigans. I want to meet the driver and shake his hand.
What kind of car do you think it was?
Interesting. I'm debating it because it could be the light one with the wheels put on it. I think it's gonna be a mix of both. So I'm gonna say it was a Linnea G22.
That's quite likely, from what I can tell.
I mean, I no idea who could have been.
We're not traffic cops. Should we get back to the murder?
Okay. Can I conceive and then take the task? I'm gonna try to come up with a convincing explanation. I'm gonna take the task first.
If we must. Yes? What do you want to know?
Damn it. Poker, Jave, Jam Mystery. Okay. I could have hit that, but I didn't because it scares me. I should hit that stuff next time.
Good.
The crumpled Samaran butter. The lieutenant.
Can I talk to this guy?
G'day to you, officers.
A burly man hangs out by the waterlock, carving up a generous serving of salami.
What are you
with
doing
an
on
old
the waterlock?
My friend Barry the Butcher is stuck on the other side of
Barry
the
the
waterlock.
Butcher.
I'm keeping him company and eating this salami.
Nice.
From the corner of your eye, you see a man in a yellow shirt and grey overalls waving at you from across the canal. He seems disappointed about the wreckage on the waterlock and the salami.
And
Very good stuff. Anything I can do
know
for you?
about the
I wasn't
thing?
here to witness it, but those look like tire tracks on that sign. Too bad it also takes a year and a day to repair anything.
Can I have
around
some
here.
salami?
Sure thing.
It is salty.
Right.
It is savory. It is...
Want some too, officer?
Why not?
Good. You know what's further down the coast?
Well, there's the fishing village, an abandoned fish market, a bizarro church. Not much use to the congregation, though. There always seems... Yeah, not really much.
Okay, bye-bye. Let's see. How do we fix this scenario? That's stuck there. Gotta close the water lock somehow. Ooh, this is interesting. Some kind of machine. An antique cash register. A dark film projector is whirring away. Bust of a woman. The plaque simply says DEI. Mostly military wear, a few more exception fashions thrown in.
Wow. A very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other guard.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyomdal burning.
Oh, that's a dude right there. That's a rad man from Hyomdal t-shirt you got there.
Hell yeah, man. I don't usually carry printed tees, but this one was just pure exemplar.
We have a lot in common. I'm a big fan of the man from Heimdall too.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm a fan, but I do think the Yomdalaman saga is an integral part of our shared reality. Most people don't think that the man from Yomdal really existed, but they're wrong.
You think he was real?
I mean, even if the man from Yomdal didn't exist before the adventure novels, The stories have made it so that he has.
I agree.
It's simple, really.
Okay.
No, I
You
agree.
sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. Besides, I've been to Kotla, though not quite as far north as the Hjelmdal, and watched northern lights travel across the sky.
That's awesome, bro.
Very unique, energetic tides there.
It's for the best, because Eamdal is not a real place, and thus he could not have gone there.
That's good. I guess
His
that's
theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting.
I'm gonna sniff it.
Smells like worn cotton, and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on.
How much are you selling for?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Can you just give it to me for free then?
But why?
Because I'm a broke cop without a cent to my name?
I sympathize, I do. But this is a for-profit
okay.
enterprise.
Damn, it's a... Just not
Welcome to Hjelm.
That's so good.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted The boomboxes on the shelf look well loved and well. You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others
dig
in
up the
rags,
coolest figurine
others
you've
yet
ever seen.
in bright blue uniforms. Why? What's this? A headless man riding a horse? A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say found.
Very good. What is this?
Oh, that's the headless phone rider.
Of course.
There's been a lot of interest in that particular figurine. I had to hide it so it wouldn't fall into the wrong hands.
He doesn't elaborate on these wrong hands. It's unlikely that he ever will.
I've heard about it. I've heard the headless phone rider rides a headless bull.
Yes, there are several competing versions of the story, but I believe this figurine is a more canonical representation.
Sorry, what are we talking about again?
The Headless Phone Rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting a fawn tracksuit. As you see, he's missing his head. 50 cents. Bargain price. I'll throw in the tiny cap too. I think he's looking for it.
He lost his cap when he lost his head. Perhaps he's looking for the...
Dude, I'll take that.
Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry...
Can I hold it? No. I suppose I just keep it in my pocket and stay content with that. Fine now, thank you. Okie dokie. Well, I want to finish out today by finding the guy who's selling the apples. That's not him. Who's selling the apples? You're bringing the apples. I'm gonna talk to him and I'm gonna interrogate him.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
You smell booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
They make alcohol. What am I trying to say? Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right?
He eyes you warily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then,
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
Then what are you hanging around here for? Most other communers have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking on at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open all the way here. You know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
That's a shame.
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you were all at the whirling, how do you know it was the Kips who broke into the lorry? Am I allowed to say that? It's a made-up slur, right?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that it's the Kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
Alright, if it's not you, then who's running the drugs to Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang, that beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
It's the guy I talked to?
He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Just follow the smell. It's...
Yes.
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad.
That's what I'm saying,
Sealang's
right?
usually a little... His tribe are natural liars.
They don't carry
It's
real
their
weight.
blood. He's your man, all right?
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until...
Guess so.
Okay, bye. Sorry I skipped through that part. It's just that I believe I talked to this guy like 4 seconds ago, right? It's not this guy.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
Empathy. You don't seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know?
Amen.
But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now. Why the inquiry, my man?
Let me be straight with you, man. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway.
I don't think
this
it's
jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Why are you still hanging around then?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo, and it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
A rhymesmith? This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking.
Who do you think could be doing the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
Breakthrough imminent. Let me conceptualize. He's a poet. I'm gonna hit him with my best verse. Shut up!
Wait. There's something here, stored away in some dusty corner. It starts like...
Mirror's temperature is always 0. It's his ice in the veins. Its camera is an X-ray.
Whoa. What else?
It is a chalice held out to you in a silent communion.
Silent communion. That's good.
Where graspingly you partake of a shifting identity never your own.
Dang. That's some great shit. You came up with that yourself.
I think that may be an actual poet, and I've just learned it by heart. I think the words are mine, yes.
Fucking hey. Seems I got you all wrong. Cops aren't much known for their artistic sensibilities these days. It's good to meet a fellow poet. Someone with an appreciation for real text. The others here, so you don't really get it.
Hey man, cops are human too.
Yeah, I guess I owe you an apology for thinking otherwise. And again, great shit.
Thanks for the thumbs up.
You found some common ground with this man. Even impressed him. The next time you look in the mirror, though... Remember those words.
Fuck yes.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yeah, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Deep. That's a pretty good description. That's a pretty good definition. Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
I mean, it's kind of deep. Like, I think me in real life has, like, some deep conceptualization. So do you, obviously. I think everybody who was in, like, a AP English class or something similar has that kind of, like, if you can read a book and you're not just like, wow, I'm glad it ended with a happy ending, and you can think about it in some kind of, or you can look at a piece of art and have it kind of move you in a way, or finding deeper meaning in art rather than just accepting it at face value. That's kind of how I see it. And I had a really, like, awesome moment when I went to New York for winter break. And we went to the Met, and I saw a painting, and it was of this girl overlooking. She was sitting on a rock cliff, and the ocean was behind her, and it was this huge painting, like 12 feet tall, and I just stood, away from it, and I just got closer and closer, and I started moving, like a step and then a step, and I just kept seeing more details. A rose in her hand, her feet had blood, there was a ship leaving in the distance, but also, going to that place, I was really invested in, my parents and I split up. They went to one spot, and I went to Renaissance and medieval portraits, and those felt so cool, looking at some ancient person. Yeah. And all I ever, what I'm trying to, if I were to say, not like I have conceptualization, it's that anybody can. You just need to, I swear to God, go to a museum and just, you don't need to find meaning in every piece. That's what's good about it. But you gotta walk through and find something and be like, whoa, it's interesting. And just let it speak to you. It's pretty good. And also the Met in New York is fantastic. It was that or the Museum of Natural History. I think that's it. And yeah, we decided to actually go to the Met, which is not something I would have thought I would have decided to go to. But I also really like the Greek and Roman section. Okay, continuing. I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop.
Art cop!
Half art critic, half cop.
Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street.
I'm gonna put my next level up points into my
apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
I've made a thought.
Long way home. Here we go. Home awaits. Walk past Station 41 and through the market, past the Boogie Street spearhead, to the other side of the lake, the frozen eye at the center of the district. Then, past the video rental store on the corner. There, at the end of a street lined with pine trees, a small house no larger than a matchbox. 11 Voyager Road. You no longer live there. Those times are gone. And so are those people. Why did you come here? Why are you still here? And where's the dealer? You have to get back to work. That's all you have now.
Dang. Perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1. Psychology. I really like physical instrument. -2. Oh, intense workout. Can't even look at this shit. That's funny. Done with that. Well, I really do want to go look at myself in the mirror. That sounds so exciting. Let me press this guy really fast.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. The name Sileng is embroidered over it.
Happy shopping, officer! Everything's cool here.
What's so cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool, the customers are cool, the place is cool. And one more thing, officer, you're very cool. Bang, 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 bang!
Yes.
You feel a twitch in your index fingers. There's a finger shootout brewing.
Don't shoot, officer. Have we got an arrest here or just a shakedown?
A shakedown.
Good one, officer. You're a funny guy. Now, what can I do for you?
I'm just kidding. I'm really here to shake you down for some answers to official police questions.
Then fire away, officer.
Thought gained finger pistols 9mm. What the fuck? You were promised a gun. That much is certain. This is why you became a cop. Yet here you are, loitering around with idle hands like some sorry-ass loser from the street. Suddenly you're supposed to be solving cases by what? Like talking to people? How are they going to believe that you can protect yourself and them from savages without a firearm? This ain't right. You need to think around this problem. You need to snap your fingers at people as you do. Is this the thought I need to think to remember where my gun is? Where are you from, Siling?
Me? It's a boring story, officer. Who cares about the past? I'm all business now. All revolution.
This man probably comes from Seaguy, sometimes known as the Apricot Suzerainty, an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
Okay, better not to mention.
Very cool. I like your style, officer.
Can I have money?
Start with a little compliment, then work your way up from there.
I can't believe that worked.
This is about
Hey,
business. Remember.
Okay. So, okay, just making sure. Because if that was it, I probably would have prioritized that one. But I guess finger guns is more like literal finger guns. Hey, you seem like a really successful entrepreneur. Would you like to support a member of the local police force?
Oh, okay. But why, officer?
Well, think of it as an investment.
An investment? What kind of investment?
I'm a policeman. It's an investment in good relations with the RCM.
I hear you, officer. What kind of a sum are we talking about here?
5 real.
What? Only a $5? You can't even buy a pack of Royal Extras with that. Let's make this one stick, my friend.
You're so kind. Call it 10.
Sounds like a fair deal all around.
Corruption.
Shut up. It's because he's a criminal. What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent.
Whoa.
Tasty, tasty drugs.
Actually, yeah, I really like drugs.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale. Or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight.
I'm allergic to
Not
no.
in the box of sunglasses or under the sneakers.
Damn. I actually don't like drugs.
That's cool. Especially after you already said you're into them. All the coolest detectives in the movies do drugs. And I'm very conflicted about it. Still,
We're looking for a lorry
no drugs
driver who's
here.
transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in the traffic jam.
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor.
That's
I
a
don't
lie.
know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole.
He stops to think.
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Ceiling, my source tells me you're the one transporting drugs for the union.
No! That's insane! It's the fat hater. He's been eyeing me for a week and he sent you here. Maybe he's the one, huh?
I've already thought that.
Have you thought about that?
Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation?
Nothing. I told you.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the drugs here.
Shush, please. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please, don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working
Then
my
you'll
way up.
fucking say something to me.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
Do I yell at him? I'm gonna freaking yell at him. If you don't want to get into this mess, you have to give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Is a lady driver old woman back there? Dazed out? Strange?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
He's not ruling her out.
Who are these other drivers who talk?
All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Who exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
He points north.
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay. We're cool now.
Right.
Bye, bitch. Okay. There's a woman around here somewhere who's important to me. It's not
Hello
her.
again, officer.
Let's see. This guy, I like him and he likes me, so let's see. if he
Make
says-
way for the master poet.
Yeah, lady driver.
I don't want to talk about that.
I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved in the drug business.
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
Well, I asked who was conducting the drug trade, and you said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
It's true. We would of course lie. But a kind heart is tricky. Bah, emotional rhetoric. He knew something and he didn't share it with you. That's a fact.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Well, who is this person? What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
Damn it. I hate that I have people who I care about now.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it.
Yeah.
I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
Believe us. It really is.
I just can't, man. I'm not naive.
You said she's troubled? How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
I was told everyone's afraid of her. You're not?
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Hey, when she left, did she leave her lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something. Wait, this guy says they're friends. Then, acquaintances. And he's okay with others ratting her out.
So you're all right with others ratting her out. You just don't want your hands dirty.
Fine. I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt too.
Alright, I'll drop the matter for now.
Thank you, friend.
This guy, and then I wanted to go talk to the
Looking for something, Ron?
gray-haired woman.
Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Lady
I
driver.
don't know what you're talking about.
First, you knew Solang didn't do it.
He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job. You should be thankful for the tip.
Then just tell me which one's her lorry.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
So who does? You?
No. He means La Puta Madre.
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful
Damn, there's a
organized crime
mob boss.
outfit
Shit.
in Revachol West.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with
Not.
his peonies.
Baleness?
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
Fuck, oh god. Thank you, Kim.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorrymen and Carters Guild.
You've seen the corpse in the yard, yes? You took a peek. I know you did. Does it look like his friends protected him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
His hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends.
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
Okay, it's my turn.
Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him.
I have some Half-Light stuff. I'm gonna put my Half-Light stuff on. Half-Light. That's it. Okay, I don't care. Here's my shot.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Make him tell me what he knows.
Men like this only respect
Boom, boom, boom! When it matters.
And fear.
Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it?
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
That's it. I'm gonna fucking... It's his lorry. I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me?
Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days.
Where exactly is her lorry?
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple. Well, leave me the fuck alone, okay?
A small temple by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry.
Ha! I'm going. Holy shit! That's good. Which one? Green? This is it?
This green found, A to Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days.
Yeah?
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
Peek in the window?
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat and two steering levers.
Try the door handle.
The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. There's no pick in this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design.
How are we gonna get this open, Kim?
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside.
Oh, really?
This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Okay. Physical instrument. Damn, this is better. This shirt's a better one than the white tank top. And then, of course.
This green found, A to Z, contemporary, is parked in the shadow of the ruins.
Why is it so low? Am I that weak? Well, let's try it
This green
anyways.
found, A to Z, pry bar in hand. You take a hard swing at the window. A loud thunk rings out and the pry bar bounces back, leaving a tiny spider web on the glass.
I guess I could do it again, huh?
Looks like the window might be shatterproof. you may have to rethink your approach.
Your window appears to be shatterproof.
No, it's not shatterproof. Give me that.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. You can just reach in now.
Nice.
It went better than I expected. Open it from the inside.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals.
I want to check out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except it's an issue of Périphérique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the Ulan frequency system.
Interesting.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look.
Oh.
Seems like the few tools lying around here. A hammer, a pair of pliers. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle.
Interesting.
Sandpaper adds extra grip.
There's a piece of sandpaper glued to the throttle dial for some extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique?
The movie stars are still smiling. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of amberette, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin.
What is that smell?
The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume. Probably granate number 5.
Study the centerfold.
The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tijon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death.
She is not a real person. What happened to her?
She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street. A mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world and the camera, too.
Enough of those posters.
The actresses and the rear actor all smile you a warm goodbye.
The radio?
Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work, but the key has been removed. Likely by the missing lady driver.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least.
Why would someone need so many radio stations?
For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation. With quite a range, too.
A 20-kilometer radius at least. Perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now.
Is there anything we can do with the radio?
Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without a dial key.
Well, what else is here?
The smell of it echoes the rust.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Before we return to Joyce?
Okay.
All right, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like we found something police would. Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim?
Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net.
Interesting.
This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it.
I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed. Or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks.
Will the RCM open an investigation into this?
We should return to the murder case. See what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we are done for the day, I call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it.
Okay.
There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later, when we are done here. We do not want to get caught in that.
What are you thinking?
The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome.
Corruption?
All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
What about the movie posters?
As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade.
Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile?
Yes, well...
Fuck you. Is it connected to the Union?
We didn't find anything conclusive linking them to the smuggling operation. But somehow, I doubt that Evrard Clare would be oblivious to something like this happening right under his nose. My suggestion is, we use it against the Union in any way we can, to our own ends. It's a slippery hill, but we just might be able to pin them down, indirectly, down the road.
Okay.
In short, this is a future angle. Possibly a good one.
Okay. Debrief over?
Debrief over. After you.
Dude, this game is freaking phenomenal. It reminds me of the Sherlock Holmes game I played. Her Sherlock Holmes, it's like, there's actually... Oh, he's talking to me. But that game's not as...
saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble?
No trouble. He's gonna be fine.
Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes.
He chooses to believe what's best for her.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
The correct grammar is Tommy Lahom.
Tommy Lahom. Alright, I actually have another question, actually.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically. Again.
Alright, never mind. Okay, we're almost running out of time, so I'm gonna make my way back to the boat asset. Yeah, I was about to finish up right here. I was gonna go to the mirror. Should I save it for tomorrow? Yeah, the day is almost over, so that's when I was gonna pop it out. But thanks for coming by. You've been much help in helping me understand the
You're back.
little cracks of this
Good.
game.
What can I help you with?
I spoke with the Moriman.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect.
We have
What have you
discovered enough
discovered?
to conclude for now.
Yes. And will you start an official investigation?
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest.
Thank you.
Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
How are the lynching and the strike connected?
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my
Momentary lapse of
security
faith?
detail. They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker a member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric and not a serious demand, but the stridency of it seems to have spooked them.
You need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons and years of combat experience.
So, what?
The story is, one of them, the Colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
I have to say, this is not Disco.
It is very far from Disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
I have not seen that, but that sounds
The Serai's giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
That sucks.
The muzzle loaders need to be reloaded after every 1 or 2 shots. The automatics every 1 or 2 minutes.
As I said, a
that one.
bloodbath.
I think the conference... isn't this a pretty bleak scenario?
Many bleak scenarios. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. They've gone to ground, as it were. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens...
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Okay. Scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a border keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant.
Your concern may be appearances.
One is probably in the
Ours
building
is
overlooking
keeping
the
the
roundabout.
peace.
That would afford a good vantage point.
Where is your radio for contacting them?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover
another
agent.
question.
I hope I can answer it better.
Tell me about
Not
Crown.
much. They boast a...
Meaning they're used.
Yes. Sadly, no. If you still have...
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is charged with coordinating law enforcement activities in complex, multinational...
Do you know a lot about the...
In my line of work, I have.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on that the man was killed
The lieutenant consults him.
Odd. We haven't heard any report.
last Sunday night. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. That's a good question, officer. Until the executions start?
They don't report their progress.
Not on this matter. It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Okay.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Okay, I'm going to pop open this and do physical instrument. And then save. I do want to look into the mirror. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do it next time because I really want to do that on camera. But that will do us for today. Sorry that we had to break the stream into 2 bits, but that's all right. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be coming back at you with our Helldiver stream tonight. And I'll see y'all in the next stream tomorrow. Bye-bye.